To this special Racing Web webcast on the 2009 Vodacom July handicap worth 3 million rand. Pierre Strydom has won the July a number of times. We'll find out exactly how many times in a moment. But he's with us in the studio to not only go through this great race, but the rest of the card as well. Pierre, good to have you here. How many have you won?
Thanks, Alec. I've won two. First one in '96 on London News, and then I won in 2001 on Trademark.
And how important is the July day for jockeys?
Well, it's like you become successful, and then you sort of build up to a pinnacle, and the July is like the pinnacle. I mean, it's you can't get better than that in South Africa.
Bigger than the Summer Cup, bigger than the Met?
For sure. I think history plays a big part in the July. The Summer Cup, it's Joburg's biggest race, and if they keep sticking to its history, it might be as big maybe in time to come. But the July is just, your stakes are bigger, your history behind it, just the whole setup leading up to the July.
And some great jockeys have never won the July.
You're right. But as I say, even a blind chicken finds a corn. So some of the real battling jockeys have cracked to win in the July. But it's something that we as a jockey, that's your race you want to win.
How do you pick the horse that you ride?
Well, funny enough, this year it worked out a little bit different. Normally, you'll try and see what's the best up-and-coming horse, and who's well weighted and well suited to the track. And this year, I rode a horse called Private Jet. And the connections of Keppel said I must come upstairs for a drink, and they offered me this ride Keppel, and I thought, yes, I don't really want to ride Keppel. He's getting a little bit on, and he's been overseas, and he's back in South Africa, and he had a problem. I think he broke his back leg, so it wasn't one of my first picks. And then I went home and I started looking at what is available on the day, or in a race.
Did you turn them down at the time?
I didn't turn them down. I played them a little bit on the string there. But they didn't put pressure on me. And once I saw what was left in the race, Pocket Power's messed up the weights for all of us. Pocket Power's got 58, and because he's such a good horse, he has to give a lot of weight away. And so a lot of us are.
So that's a handicap, the way that the handicap works.
So, Keppel's got 52.5 kilograms on his back, and most of the others also got 51. So I battled to get to the weight of 52.5, and so obviously at 51 I would have no chance of. I probably wouldn't have had another ride in the race if I didn't get onto Keppel. But studying form and looking at, he hasn't been running far behind Pocket Power in a couple of races. I realised. A little bit of luck, we've got a chance here. And took the ride, and so far it's gone well. Rode him at Clearwood a couple of weeks ago, and he ran a cracker. He came from far behind. Unfortunately, that's the way he runs, but he ran a cracker.
What do you normally weigh if you're going to be carrying 52.5 or weighing to 52.5 on the day?
If you ride 52.5, you must weigh 52. You can get away with 52 because your saddle has to be put on. So you must know how small your saddle is.
Half a kilogram.
Well, it's less, 300 grams. Then you've got to have your girth and surcingle, which obviously holds the saddle to the horse. And they're thin and they're narrow. And you've got irons and leathers, so your irons are, made of steel. And so lately in time we've been using aluminium irons, and so everything. Even 100 grams can help. I see even some of the jockeys, they don't wear proper underwear. I don't know if you've ever gone to the hospital and when they put you on those funny thin little underwear.
Mm-hmm.
Or some of them paper. Some of them are even wearing that
just to get the weight down.
Yeah.
Because horse racing is an exact science. If you can imagine over a trip of 2,200 meters, 2.2 kilometers. Last year, two horses finished exactly at the same time at the finishing line. And if one had been 1 millimeter, or 1 centimeter ahead of the other one, the cameras would have picked that up.
Yeah, that's what handicapping's about. It's about trying to get horses to finish if there's 20 runners to finish, all 20 to finish dead heat for first. That's what handicapping's about. And
so the more weight you carry, that means more of a handicap you've got. So
that's
it's
yes.
more difficult to carry more weight.
The better horses obviously carry heavier weights.
How much do you normally weigh if you're going to be weighing 52 kilograms on Saturday?
I normally walk around 53.5 kilos. That's my natural weight. But because I haven't got a lot of weight to lose, it's hard to lose that kilo and a half. So I've been watching what I'm eating for the last week. I cut down a little bit, and I try and eat the right foods. Because if you just stop, your body holds on to everything, and for 2-3 days you just can't lose any weight. I mean, if you stop eating for a whole week, you'd probably lose weight.
So what do you do on Saturday night after you've managed to shed that 1.5 kilos?
The funny thing is that by the time you've had your light ride in the July, you just want to have something in your stomach, and by the time you get to food, you can't really eat. So you have something small and then you're full.
What's your diet, Strux? I'm sure there's a lot of people who would like to be able to lose weight a lot more than 1.5 kilograms when you're already very lean. So how do you pull that last bit off?
Yeah, what I try and do is I try and keep more active, play more golf, I drink more water, and then my diet consists of eating soup like the day before, because it's liquid and it just goes through the system. Also fish and Chinese food, because it's a lot of veggies and you can still enjoy it. Obviously, you can't go and have 2 platefuls and think you're going to lose weight. So it's about eating the right food and cutting down.
So it's a big day. You've only got 5 rides on the day, which is unusual because there are 12 races. Now you're a top jockey. You must have been in demand to ride in the other races as well. Did you specifically try and cut down?
Yes, because knowing that I'm going to ride 52.5, I'm going to be probably a bit weak on a day. So I didn't want to ride too many. I know in the past I had an agent called Grant Harrison who used to book my rides in Durban, and he used to get me 12 rides on a day, and it's so tiring to have 12 rides, and you start early in the day and you finish late at night.
So your supporters know that come the July, the 7th race, you're going to be pretty fresh.